guys, it's Chrissie with Chrissie's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a weekly reading for Virgo. Oh yeah. So I got 3 new decks here. Thank you for all your donations, for those who have donated. I have the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck, and it's really great. I love the sayings, and some of the meanings behind them are really great. I got the Borderless Tarot, the Waite tarot deck. I really enjoy those. And I have the Modern Witch tarot deck as well, and I really am enjoying this one as well. I would say right now these are my favorites, and I was really excited about getting the new cards because some of my cards are starting to wear out. So without any further ado, I will start your reading, Virgo. All right. Also, I thank you for your patience. I did have an allergic reaction last week, and I was out of commission because of the antihistamines made me so tired. I did get a lot of sleep, mind you. In any case, let's see, what do we have for Virgo? Gates of Triumph. What? Success expands in your life. How awesome is that? Narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. Okay, so you might come through, I'm kind of feeling like, if you look at this pathway, like, would you walk on that? Now, you would if you have faith that you're going to make it to the other side. So you need to have that faith that these things are coming. Okay, let's see. Rainbow blessings. Oh my God, showering your life. What? Wow, Virgo. And a view from above. Wow, get the big picture. So there might be something you're not really seeing, and maybe your path is a little narrow. You need to open that view up of maybe some beliefs that you're feeling, or things from the past that might be affecting now. Maybe you're just not seeing things that you need to see. Now, with these gates of triumph, like, that's beautiful. Like, look at that path all the way to the sun. And the sun is blessings and pleasure and sex and peace and, you know, just harmony and all these wonderful things. Wow. But you have to open up your view on, and when I see this tread thoughtfully, I kind of feel like you might have an obstacle or challenge coming forward where you might need to hold back on your anger or your mouth, on your words, let's say. Okay, so maybe it's something that people that manipulate want to rush you and to make that decision, okay? And it's like, no, hold back, take your time, tell them you'll get back to them. You need to think about it. Have those boundaries up, and don't let somebody push you into something you don't want to do. By doing this and opening up what you need to see, and maybe how you need to maybe have that loving compassion and nurturing aspect of yourself, don't let them push you around, you know, have those boundaries. Blessings are showering your life. Like, look at the rainbows and everything in there, the flowers, the castle. Wow. And it's like, that sunshine right here is just around the corner. It's like the path kind of goes down, you know, and it's like almost like the same window, but maybe a different side of the castle. So maybe you need to get to the other side of the castle to see that big picture. And when you do, you're going to look out and you're going to see what you needed to see. Okay? So tread thoughtfully. Oh, look at that. Follow your bliss. Navigate by stars. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? There's those pathways again. So maybe it's the path that you're taking now is that you have to need to maybe rethink it. Maybe your path is too narrow and you're maybe putting constraints on things that need to be with no constraint or something along those lines. Okay, let's get into the tarot. And I love these decks that I've gotten. Let's see. Oh, the Devil. Okay. Could be a Capricorn. Could be toxic. Okay. So it might be something, maybe regret, maybe reconciliation, or remorse about something that maybe was toxic or that maybe you were chained to. Or maybe somebody just put spells on you to chain them to you or chain you to them. Judgment here is having faith, having that spiritual judgment when it comes, going within, having that inner talk, believing in what you're hearing from without any other people, just hearing what you need or what you want in life. And ask yourself, is this my forever person? Like, is this who I really want in my life? What do I really want? Now, if the answer is no, then walk away from this person. They're clearly not your person if they are toxic. If they're just a Capricorn and they're not toxic or whatever, it could be that they're limiting your beliefs or limiting, maybe trying to influence you some way. And that's where that narrow path is, right? And by going within and taking that time, like I said before, if it's manipulation, they're going to want you to I want an answer right now, okay? And that's not how having that spiritual judgment works, okay? Going within it, asking those questions, doing that work within to really find out what you want out of this, okay? Now with the Five of Swords in reverse, like I said, it could be a resolution to something. Maybe it's a friend. It doesn't have to be a lover. It can be family. It can be anybody in your life, really, at this point. Woo! Jeez. All right, Three of Cups is a celebration. The Three of Cups talks about celebrating, getting together with people, friends, maybe even, it could have been a third party with the Devil here, but we'll see what else comes out here. Can you tell me more? The Hermit. Yeah, you've gone within and done the work here. Or if you haven't, you are now. And going within and isolating yourself and really finding out and doing the work. Taking all that baggage you had and working it out of your life. Finding out where your triggers are, finding out what people do that make you angry, really what pisses you off the most, and how does that trigger you, and to get your blood boiling, what makes you angry, and try to figure out how you can have some type of resolution to that, okay? Working that through that you can find a different way of dealing with it. If you need to, go and get counseling or see someone that is a professional, because they're going to give you ideas that you didn't know. Or look online, find out, what can I do? Okay, Page of Pentacles is an offer in the upright. So that's kind of like, you're not progressing. Maybe you're feeling like you've been doing the work, you've been doing all these things, trying to get rid of this baggage, and you're kind of feeling defeated or a lack of progress in your life. Maybe you haven't aimed high enough in your thinking, like really let go. Maybe you're feeling a lack of direction. Ask your spirit or angel guides. Get some numbers or dice and have a roll of the dice and see what numbers come up. Then look up those numbers as angel angel numbers. Have spiritual in that, and angel numbers, and put the number in and see what your message is from spirit. That might be a way of connecting with your spirits and spirit guides. Or if there's a number you see always on the clock all the time, or synchronicities of the same repeating numbers coming up, or 111 and then seeing 222, and seeing those numbers at a certain time when you look at the clock. Those are messages. Look them up. Find out what your angels, spirit guides are trying to tell you. Everything is fine in reverse. So you're putting on this game face that everything is okay when it's not. You do feel betrayed by maybe a third party that you didn't know about. And maybe you've been manipulated. Maybe you agreed to certain things, but they weren't what you thought they were. Maybe you thought, okay, friends with benefits, okay, but I'm the only friend with you, right? And maybe that's not the case. So remember, ask more questions. If somebody doesn't want to commit to you, then they're not your person. And trust me when I say, when somebody says friends with benefits, you are not the only friend that they are having benefits with. Okay? And I was a little naive to what the meaning behind that meant. And I thought it was okay because I thought that I was the only friend with the benefits. That, okay, he really wasn't wanting to commit, but yeah, it's maybe because he has no plans of committing at all, and he just wants to play the field. And in that case, that's pretty reckless behavior, especially when it comes to sexual problems later, sexually transmitted diseases and all those kinds of things. So if you do go into that type of relationship, if you want to call it that, make sure you have protection. Okay? Let's see. Even if you're not okay with it, then walk away. You have your own free will. Nobody's keeping you bound to that person. Okay? Page of Swords, yeah, they are watching you. They might be watching your they might be watching your social media. I had a brain fart. It was like that. But yeah, stand up for what you believe in. Like, I kind of feel like, even though this means a lot of the time that somebody's watching you, and that could be true, they could even be stalking you. And if you're feeling that you're in danger, by all means, get help. Get a lot of help. Move if you have to. Do whatever is needed to get away from this person. Never go into a relationship that you know your safety is being compromised, okay? If they're overbearing and wanting you to do certain things that you're not wanting to do, and they have a big temper tantrum because you're not doing what they want, there's something wrong there, okay? Now, if they are watching you, and they're not doing anything to harm you or whatever, if you don't want that, block them. Block them on social media. Block them on your calls. Don't answer the call. Be isolated and do the work from within, okay? Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, the Eight of Swords is releasing and facing those fears. So I think you are having this realization of things, okay? And maybe you're open to a new perspective on how these things should be, okay? I feel like you're releasing these things by doing the work. And because this is in the heart of your reading, I kind of feel like you know what you need to do. And maybe you're not feeling that you've progressed any, but you are. By the 8, it takes time though. It might take more time than you're thinking it will. And you might not think, oh, months, but sometimes it is months. That it depends what's happened to you as well. and depends what you need to do to change the things you need to change to get moving forward. Okay? Maybe your boundaries. Maybe you need better boundaries. Maybe you're letting people walk all over you. And that is on you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to call anybody out or anything like that. I'm just saying that to me this feels like you're being manipulated. They're not giving you time to think it through. And you're being maybe impulsive and just thinking, okay, well, why not? But really, think about it. Why not? Really, why wouldn't you? And do you really want to? And if you don't, say so. Nobody's making you go down a path that you yourself don't want to go, okay? Yeah, Six of Cups. Now the Six of Cups talks about being stuck in the past, and maybe that is part of the problem. Maybe you're being a little naive when it comes to this person. It could mean that you're not really having a realistic view of what's going on here. You know, that view I see here, and maybe it's a different view from above that you're not seeing, okay? That different path that you were meant to go down. Now, you need to use your own intuition and realize what you need to realize. I'm not here to tell you what you have to do. I'm just here to tell you what the cards are saying to me, what I'm feeling, what is being said in these cards. Now, remember, there are a lot of people out there watching this reading, so this may not be a reading. Don't make it your reading if it's not yours, okay? Now let's wrap this up a bit here. I'm taking far too much time. Yeah, see, to me something needs to be ended from the past. Maybe it's somebody that keeps coming back around that is not committing. Yeah, that passionate beginning. Maybe they just like the first beginning parts of love. Yeah, they might be angry about you walking away and having these boundaries, but block them if you have to. Yeah, you know, with this Knight of Wands coming up in reverse, this kind of tells me that you're not willing to have that type of behavior. So with the Knight of Wands in reverse, they're superficial, and they don't have a lot of discipline when it comes to sex. Maybe they have a sex addiction, or maybe they have a certain lifestyle they want to live. Let them live it. You don't have to be a part of it if you don't want to. Yeah, this has to do with your future. And with it coming up in reverse, with the Two of Wands in reverse, you're not taking action, or they're trying to hold you back from going down your rightful path. And I kind of feel like it's that spiritual judgment, going within, hearing what your angels have to say. And maybe they don't want you going down this path. Maybe they have a different look on religion. But in that case, you can tell them John verses 4:24, and that is, God is spirit. Those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth. Hello, that's the spiritual realm they're talking about. Watching tarot is something that is guidance. It's not a bad thing. It's helping you find your path. Okay? Now, let's see. We have the Emperor here. So, I kind of feel like this person holding you back doesn't want you to become who you're meant to become. Okay? And regardless if you're a male or female, you could just be showing up on your masculine side, okay? Because we all have a masculine and a feminine side within all of us, okay? So it could be they're wanting to hold you back from who you truly are meant to become. What's the Five of Swords for Virgo, please? Yes, they might be very angry. And it could be that they had financial hold over you, okay? And they are not going to be very happy. It could be that they are with you for your money, okay? Maybe they have bad spending habits. Maybe they have, maybe they're obsessed to wealth, and that's what they base people on. You're going to know what your person is like, okay? What's the Three of Cups here? What's that Three of Cups? Okay, I feel like I should take this one. Yes. It has to come with love, and there is a third person. It could be they're not willing to get rid of this person. Maybe it's their fuck buddy, okay, put it bluntly. Maybe it's someone that they are friends with benefits with, and they step out on this person. They could even be married and be stepping out on this person as well. I mean, you know your situation, okay? And if you don't, maybe it's time to look into this person more if they are willing, if you are wanting to stay with this person. Now, taking your energy and walking away from this person might wake them up to understand the connection you have with them if it's such a magnetic, huge thing, okay? It might be that they need to realize what your connection means. What's the Hermit? Okay, that's a lot. I am going to take the last, yeah, King of Wands. Okay. So the King of Wands in reverse is that they are kind of putting obstacles, could be broken promises, could be about pleasure. And with you doing the work there, they're not gonna like that. They could be very ruthless towards you. Okay? They could be leading you down the wrong path. What's the Page of Pentacles? You have to realize your worth, okay? Yeah. Giving up that passion, okay? Yeah, it's delay and blocks, lack of direction, okay? And it's saying that you're not walking away. Let's see. What's everything is fine in reverse? What's everything is fine? You're putting out, it might be about image, I kind of feel. Yeah. You could be asking them to stay and offering them money, but that is not what your self-worth is about. It's not going to fulfill you the way you are meant to be fulfilled. The Devil in reverse. It's about breaking free from toxic situations. You are not bound to this person, and that might be something you're realizing. Maybe you're planning to stand up for yourself and fight for what you believe in. I'm not going to take those because it was crossing. I kind of want to get answers. Okay, yeah, the Empress in reverse. Okay, so it doesn't mean you don't have to be loving or compassionate or caring towards this person. With the Empress in reverse, it's all about your emotions being in a negative aspect. And it's not about that. It's about putting up boundaries. Because you're looking at a plan. Maybe you need to have some dialogue of what you're going to say to this person. But remember, you can still be loving, caring, and compassionate and still have boundaries. You don't have to be angry or unloving, okay? Or having all those negative emotional feelings towards this person. Oh, you did this to me, and you. Okay, but you need to, maybe they did wrong you, but you also have to have accountability for your actions of not maybe having those boundaries high enough for this person to walk all over you and allowing that to happen. And I'm not calling anybody out. This seems to be an ongoing message here for a lot of the signs that I'm feeling. And it's coming to a time right now where all of the chosen ones are doing the work within, doing that dark night of the soul, okay? And that right there is telling me that this is something that maybe you're meant to do because you have a life purpose. What's the Eight of Swords in reverse? Spirit, angels, ancestors. What is the Eight of Swords in reverse for Virgo? Yeah, you have a broken heart and you need to deal with that. Yeah, there's truth that needs to be had here, okay? With this Ace of Swords is not having any more confusion about this, okay? Is confronting and not being hostile, not arguing, not having any clouded judgment. You're going to need that truth. And dealing with your broken heart, why you're broken, why your heart is broken, what it means to you to know what this person is doing. And maybe you weren't really seeing it, okay, at first, but I feel like you know what's going on. You just, maybe they made you doubt yourself, doubt your own intuition, that, oh no, how could you think I'm doing that to you? I'm not doing that to you. I would never do that. I love you, blah, blah, blah. No, I think you know the truth, and you are wanting that truth. And having that want to know the truth is something that you are going to have to realize. Do you need that truth, or can you walk away from that? You're showing up here as single. This is my single card, where you know your worth. You know what you have. You're willing to give those pentacles to somebody who is worthy of your love. Now, having boundaries and knowing what you want in your life is not a crime. That is your right. That is your divine right. Especially if you are spiritual. You have free will, okay? You're not bound to anybody here. You choose for you, okay? And you're showing up as single. Magician in reverse. You have to believe that you can manifest your own happiness. Have no illusion when it comes to that, okay? Don't let people give you some story. Look up gaslighting. Look up things about people and manipulation and their tactics. Maybe look up narcissists. Look up things so you yourself can protect yourself about when you see these types of things coming into your life and behaviors, that you know what you need to do. Okay? I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. This went on a lot longer than I anticipated, and I hope you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Later!